Spotlight. Johannesburg's finance MMC delivers the annual budget speech. And technology startups attempt to hack Jozi.
This is Joburg, Hack.Jozi. It's a city full of ambition. It's a city at work. It's a city that works. It's a city that's up there with its peers in the world. Re bona ka mesebetsi, mintiro ya bolabola. We can boldly say today that Joburg's new economic democracy is rising.
Johannesburg's member of the Mayoral Committee for Finance shows confidence in the city's future. This is the announcement of the city's $3.4 billion budget for the 2016 and 17 financial year held at Johannesburg's Turbine Hall. The budget has been increased by $140 million from last year's $3.3 billion budget. In the speech, the government laid out an integrated development plan which is set out to achieve 4 major outcomes.
The GDS sets out a broad vision 2040. And then we say that by 2040, there must be 4 outcomes that have been achieved. One deals with social cohesion and livability. The second one deals with sustainable settlements and sustaining resources. You must sustain your water, your electricity. The third deals with the economy, to build an inclusive economy. And the fourth is inwardly looking, that says to do all that, the Johannesburg must be a high-performing metropolitan municipality. From the 4, we now outlined and said we have 11 priorities, and everything else fits into those priorities. The economy, the housing, engaged citizenry, financial sustainability, repositioning Joburg in the global arena, and of course good governance, being anti-corruption and all that. So that's what we're funding with the 54 billion, and we're focusing crisply on those 11 priorities.
The 195,000 jobs the city has lost in the first quarter of this year has been a thorn in the side of government, one they have made a top priority.
Unemployment is a big issue, not only in Joburg, not only in Gauteng, in the whole country. Now, in the city, we've got specific programs that are talking to that. In particular, if you look at the numbers for unemployment, you'll realize that with a closer look, unemployment for the youth is even higher, percentage-wise. We've got specific programs there. We've launched last year a program called Jozi at Work, where we've made 3 billion rand of our budget available to that type of program, so people can get work and be able to support themselves while providing the services that the city would have been providing in other means. So we're changing the model and the way that we're delivering services, but we're making the economy more inclusive by bringing people on. We've launched a program called Hack.Jozi. We're taking the youth, putting them through a program, making them job ready, and then making the opportunities available to them.
While many are holding their breath about who will run South Africa's economic hub after the municipal elections on August the 3rd, the ruling party is confident that it is going nowhere.
We are confident. I mean, if you've seen the Mayor's State of the City address, as well as the budget speech that we're having now, the Mayor was giving overall global 5-year programs that we have done. So with that work, I'm confident that we will still go back to our communities. In the 2 months that we're going, we will be doing door-to-doors, getting to our people and saying, these are the reasons why we think we should re-elect the ANC again. So I am confident that our people will still give us a chance. Of course, there are those that are not happy with the amount of deliverables that we've done, limited resources, of course, so we'd have to explain ourselves to them. But I am sure that next year you'll be talking to me again, probably either as MMC or as a councillor of the ANC, still in council, running the city of Johannesburg.
Consumers can expect the following increases from the 1st of July. Property rates will increase by 5.9%, electricity tariffs by 6.93%, and water and sewage will increase by 13.2%.
Designed to accelerate early-stage ICT startups, the Hack.Jozi Challenge puts tech entrepreneurs through a rigorous boot camp. The annual program is an initiative of the City of Johannesburg and Wits University's Joburg Centre for Software Engineering. The aim is to support job creation and capacity and enterprise development.
We established it in 2014, and so the first one we completed in June 2015, and this is the second year. And it's grown, so it's doubled in size from the first year. So it's really showing a lot of interest from the entrepreneurs in the private sector. We're looking for young entrepreneurs, Joburg-based, with very creative ideas, solving problems which the city, country, world has, innovative, commercializable solutions. So it covers a range of sectors, infrastructure, education, how to use public spaces.
The 2016 winners were recently announced at a ceremony held at Wits University.
So this winner of the first prize and the 1 million rands and the acknowledgement of the whole country and the company that's going to be so much in demand from tomorrow or maybe even tonight, you never know, is very appropriately called, obviously, Technovera.
In first place, Neo Hutiri with the award of 1 million rand to develop his innovation, Technovera. The technology is designed to alleviate patient queues at hospitals and clinics. An innovation perfectly aligned to the city of Johannesburg's healthcare mission.
We are from an era where patients would go at any time to the health facility. They would go as early as 4 a.m. to stand on the queue and they're able to be served first, but we are from that. And we then said, no, this is not on, we have to do something.
I was a patient. I was on TB. I was on TB for treatment. I was on TB treatment for 6 months, and I was collecting my medication from our local clinic. And it was that frustration of sitting on the queue, feeling like, can I not just find a quick way to get my medication? I already know what it is. I just need to collect, and it was a very frustrating process for me. And I decided to say, can I not use technology to find a way to allow for patients to get their medication? We leverage on the concept of smart lockers, allowing for medication for a particular patient to be pre-packed, loaded onto the smart locker. The system then sends an SMS to a patient saying, Neo, your medication is now ready for collection. Here's a one-time PIN that effectively will allow you to get access to your compartment. By using that system, it allows us to be able to allow for chronically stable patients to collect medication using smart lockers very quickly, as opposed to spending a long time on the queue to get to the front of the queue to speak to a nurse.
TutorMe was awarded 350,000 rand for its mobile application that connects tutors and students to provide one-to-one tutoring services.
TutorMe is an on-demand learning platform, so you are able to log on the app to look for your nearest vetted tutor, be it maths, science, English, any subject matter that is offered on the platform. You are able to get the nearest vetted tutor to you.
So what's cool about that is tutors and students log on to the app. So it's an app, we're not a conventional website or database that you phone, and they do everything. They choose their tutors choose who they want to book for, they choose their own rates as well. And on top of that, we found that we have a very competitive commission compared to traditional tutoring.
Last year, Dylan and I were talking about just how can we make an impact in education, and how can we also start creating micro-entrepreneurship, because South Africa needs more entrepreneurship, and also we wanted to make an impact in education. So we looked to then create this platform that really can enhance education and start creating a means for access to good education to enhance what is already happening in classrooms. So yeah, last year we started coding the app and launched 2 months ago.
Mahmoud Sonde advises the city on maximizing the value of Hack.Jozi and other competitions for both the city and the contestants.
Hack.Jozi is one of 3 challenge funds that the city runs, the other 2 being Green City Startup and a new challenge that we're launching this year, next month in fact, called Hack.Jozi. So I provide sort of an oversight, advisory and support role to the city to ensure that these challenges run the way they should. We're looking for people who not only have a great idea but have the energy and the passion to turn the idea into reality. And what we've seen, the quality of the contestants and others like Prof. Barry Dwalatsky that's been part of this attest to the fact that actually the standard of contestants have gone up quite a bit. So we find that people are addressing real challenges, challenges that the city actually confronts today and that citizens can relate to. So they have the idea, but they also have the time, the passion, the networks, and the energy to make it happen. And that's what I think separates the winners that we'll hear about tonight from those that don't make it. Following
the challenge, the city of Johannesburg continues to guide and support the contestants in developing their products.
I'm involved in that follow-up process where the city of Joburg will do monitoring and evaluation on a quarterly basis to assess not only the extent to which the money that they win will be spent responsibly, but also to look at whether those ideas are now being translated into businesses, and to look at how the city can support these entrepreneurs further in integrating their solutions into the city itself, and that may be at city level or at provincial level or even national level. So potentially there may be some procurement upside, but also just ensuring that the city is getting bang for its buck and the money is being spent responsibly. I think to get to this point where we have the top 10 is already quite an achievement. The amount of media publicity, the profiling, the training, and the exposure that these top 10 finalists have received set them up very well to be able to attract private funding for some of the ideas. And I was just interacting with some possible funders inside here, and they were just saying that they're eyeing a few of these contestants who may or may not be winners to fund their ideas and hopefully create really great businesses.